Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The 2024 holiday season marked Teddi Mellencamp's first since filing for divorce from Edwin RHOBH. The estranged spouses, who formally separated in October 2024, Teddi filed on November 1, share son Cruz and daughters Slate and Dove RHOBH together. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum took to her Instagram stories on December 25 to offer her followers a glimpse at what her Christmas day looked like without Edwin or her kids. First, Teddi kicked off the day with a plate of Thai food that she had ordered the night before. "It's just as good day too for lunch," Teddi wrote in part of her Instagram story along with a crying laughing emoji. She then spent part of her day lounging by the pool at Kyle Richards' Encino home, which is where she is currently living. "It's warm enough to swim," she shared. Later on in the day, Teddi put on a face mask for a little self-care. Though Teddi didn't spend the day with her estranged husband or kids, she hinted that she would be reuniting with her children shortly. "Back to kiddos tomorrow," she wrote in another Instagram story. "Kyle Richards, I can't thank you enough. And well, Jessie, of course, for making me bedtime tummy pain relief tea." Amid her split from her husband of 13 years, Teddi has a new roommate, her bestie, Kyle Richards. "I live at Kyle's," Teddi told podcast co-host and current RHOBH cast member Erica Jane on the series premiere of their show, Diamonds in the Rough. Teddi added that she's been sleeping in Kyle's glam room. "That's my bedroom now, bitch," she told Erica, who noted that Kyle's second floor is a dream. Kyle, who is navigating a separation of her own, had previously opened up about how empty her home felt after both Mauricio Umansky and Alexei Umansky moved out. John Cougar Mellencamp's daughter announced her split from Edwin on Instagram on November 2. "After a great deal of care and consideration, I have made the difficult decision to file for divorce," she shared in her statement. "My priority is my children and ensuring that every care is taken with their privacy and well-being throughout this new chapter. Making a public statement is not something I wanted to do, but in an effort to protect my family from undue speculation and rumors. I felt being open, honest, and vulnerable was the best path forward." On the November 13 episode of her other podcast, Two Tears in a Pod, Teddi addressed some of the headlines that have been circulating about her divorce. "And what I can say, which I'm trying there's multiple sides to every story," Teddi said. "I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. But there's many people involved. And I once again say the same statement I said before. The kids, they're the priority. And so, for the time being, that's all I'm going to discuss on this." Teddi went on to say that, because her young children were involved, she didn't want to throw other people under the bus. "Like there's so much that I am not ready to process or talk about or involve the kids in," she continued. "But I'm sure with time there will be more conversation. And I hope that in this time we can just understand, even saying that much was a lot for this moment." Teddi Mellencamp had always been the kind of person who cherished the holidays. Christmas at her home was typically a whirlwind of laughter, decorations, and traditions. The unmistakable sound of her children's excited chatter filling the air as they baked cookies, hung ornaments, and tore into their Advent calendars. The holidays brought a special kind of magic to their home, one that seemed to grow brighter with every passing year. But this year was different. This year the magic fell far away. For the first time, Teddi was spending Christmas without her kids and her husband. The thought alone had felt unimaginable just months ago, but as circumstances unfolded, it became a reality she had to face. Her children, custody split for the holiday season, were spending the week with their father, a carefully planned arrangement to ensure fairness, though fairness often felt like a cold compromise, and her husband, away on an extended work trip, was unable to return in time for the celebrations. As the festive season approached, Teddi wrestled with a flood of emotions. She told herself she used the time to focus on herself, to reflect, to recharge. Yet, as the days ticked by, the absence of her family became more palpable. The house, usually alive with the hum of holiday activity, was quiet. Too quiet. On Christmas Eve, Teddi decided to pull herself out of her gloom. If she couldn't have the Christmas she was used to, she'd create a new kind of celebration, one just for her. She began the day with a yoga session, finding solace in the rhythm of her breath and the stretch of her muscles. Afterward, she treated herself to a long, luxurious bath, filling the room with the soothing scent of lavender candles. She dressed in her coziest sweater and leggings, then poured herself a cup of hot cocoa, extra marshmallows included. The day unfolded slowly. Teddi found herself scrolling through old photos on her phone, lingering on the snapshots of past Christmas mornings. Her kids, their faces lit with joy as they opened presents. Her husband, pretending to be Santa as he handed out gifts. The warmth of those moments made her chest ache, but they also brought a smile to her face. "This is temporary," she whispered to herself. "Next year will be different." That evening, Teddi decided to lean into her emotions rather than fight them. She poured herself a glass of wine and sat by the fireplace, the glow of the flames casting a warm light across the room. She turned on her favorite Christmas playlist, letting the familiar melodies wrap around her like a comforting hug. As the hours passed, Teddi allowed herself to feel it all, the sadness, the longing, the hope. She thought about the importance of traditions and how they could evolve. She thought about her children, imagining the fun they were having and the stories they bring back. She thought about her husband, knowing he'd be thinking of her too, even from miles away. Then, an idea struck. Teddi grabbed her phone and started recording a video message for her family. She spoke directly into the camera, her voice soft but steady. "Hi, my loves," she began, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "I just wanted to tell you how much I'm missing you all tonight. Christmas isn't the same without you here, but I know you're making beautiful memories wherever you are. I'm so proud of each of you. I can't wait until we're all together again. Until then, I'm sending you all the love in the world." She ended the message with a kiss blown to the camera and hit send. Almost immediately, her phone buzzed with replies. Her husband texted first, a simple but heartfelt message. "We miss you too, Teddi. Counting down the days until we're back together." Then came a video from her kids. They were grinning, their faces smudged with chocolate from the cookies they'd been decorating. "Merry Christmas, Mom." They chorused, their voices so full of joy it made her heart swell. The exchange lifted her spirits in a way she hadn't expected. Teddi realized that while she couldn't change the circumstances, she could still find ways to connect and celebrate. She spent the rest of the night writing heartfelt letters to her family, tucking them away to share when they reunited. She even wrapped a few surprise gifts for them, imagining the delight on their faces when they opened them. On Christmas morning, Teddi woke up to sunlight streaming through the windows. The day felt lighter, brighter. She made herself a festive breakfast, pancakes shaped like Christmas trees, and laughed at how lopsided they turned out. She FaceTimed her kids, watching as they showed off their gifts and recounted their adventures. She and her husband shared a virtual toast, clinking their glasses through the screen. Though the day wasn't what she had envisioned, it held a beauty of its own. Teddi discovered a new kind of strength within herself, one that came from embracing the moment rather than resisting it. She realized that Christmas wasn't confined to a single day or a perfect setting. It lived in the love they shared, no matter the distance. As the sun set on Christmas Day, Teddi lit a single candle and placed it in the window. It was a small gesture, but one filled with meaning. A symbol of hope, of love, of the promise that no matter where they were, they'd always